Hi there, guys, and welcome to Long Live Play, Episode 5. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with PlayStation, especially their news portion. I'm, of course, your host, Efocutioner, and welcome back. It's been a very interesting week in the world of PlayStation. Very interesting week. Quite a few things have happened. So I'm going to break it down. I picked some good things that I feel like we should all officially know, and it's important for you guys to know as well. So, for Michael, let's just kick it off to the news. God of War is officially gone gold. It's ready. It's set. That means, for people that don't know, the development process is complete. The only thing they have to worry about is any minor patches that will be added later, because that's how most games are. But besides the point, the game's director, Cory Barlog, wrote a post on PlayStation blog to express a few words about this wonderful, glorious achievement of finally being done, semi-done with the project. So here's what he said. He wrote, "This was one of the scariest, most wonderful things I've ever done, and I can honestly say it would never have been possible without the full, throttling support of Sony and the tireless work of the incredible team at Santa Monica Studio. We have been through a lot together, and I would not change a thing. You are the best damn team a director could ever hope for, and I am thankful beyond words for every ounce of passion, pride that you put into this game." He also is just excited to the fact that God of War is just done. You can read the rest of the blog. It'll be in the show notes. But also, for the hard work that he's done, God of War will have no load screens or camera cuts. So when you play the game, it won't be like, cut to next scene, nope. One seamless transition. No load screens. That's going to be very impressive. I cannot wait to see that. Like, the camera will never cut away. Like, wow. But yeah, God of War coming out April 20th, folks. I'm really looking forward to seeing this thing. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I won't judge it from the original, but great job, man. I hope this game really lives up to the expectations. But let's move on. Yakuza Kiwami 2, that actually got announced last week. As I said, I was supposed to give you guys more. I apologize for not giving you more last week. But Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a recreation of the original Yakuza 2, if you haven't played Yakuza 2, rebuilt in the Dragon Engine, which means you'll be able to experience gorgeous graphics and seamless transitions. Voice lines and cutscenes have been re-recorded, just like the original, while you have the benefits of the Dragon Engine. This game will be released August 28th, 2018. And by the way, for those who ask what Kiwami means, it literally translates to extreme. So, Yakuza Extreme 2. They definitely went extreme for this remake. That's not even a remake. No, this is an extreme remaster. To me, this is what remaster should be like. But for my Yakuza fans that just cannot wait for Kiwami, you can play Yakuza 6 now. You can play the demo. The demo is now available after the whole Sega accident where they had to take it down. They now put it back up, and you can play as much as you wanted the demo. And one of the beautiful things of it is whatever processes that you've done in the game, it'll transition to the full experience when the game releases April 17th. Unfortunately, though, any trophies that you unlocked during the demo, you'll have to re-unlock when you play the game. But anything else that you've done in the game, that'll just transition to when you get the full version on April 17th. Next, we'll move on to writer and director Dave Cage. If you guys didn't know about this, Detroit Become Human, I'm really excited about this thing. He released 3 new trailers. Like, oh man, this is going to be good. He released 3 new trailers. Each one features 3 different androids. And of course, Mr. Cage explains the process of why he did this 3 trailer aspect, getting to know the characters, or at least getting to know the androids a little bit better. So, here's what he said. My first decision was to take the androids rather than the humans' point of view instead of the wicked AI who wants to destroy humanity. I preferred a different angle. My story would talk about humanity on the decline, selfish, dependent on technology, concerned only with comfort. Opposed to this, a new intelligent species that we created, which discovers the world, feels emotions, and asks only to live. I wrote this story with the personal conviction that it was not only a story, but a vision of the future. How will we react when machines we've created become more intelligent than us and show signs of consciousness? Moreover, is consciousness only a question of computing power, or is it something else? Rather than a single grand narrative, I chose to tell the story of 3 androids, 3 characters who discover their emotions and must choose their destiny. The 3 characters in the trailer that you'll be watching, of course, if you check the show notes, or you'll see the cutscenes that I play, are Arcade 200, which is Marcus. Then, of course, there's Connor, the main guy, who's named the Arcade 800. And of course, there's Kara, the AX400. That's pretty much the woman with the child. The game will be released May 25th, 2018. I'm really looking forward to this, I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer that you're watching. If you want to hear the audio portions of it, of course, you can click on the link in the show notes. Highly recommend it. I feel like this is going to be Game of the Year right here. But now, let's move on to the section that I love doing the most. Laying them hands section, where we talk about what's going on in the fighting game division of PlayStation. So, Noctis, as I said last week, he would be released by the time the video came out. And he is. And now we get to learn, after Noctis being released, that Tabata and Square Enix's Tabata and Bandai Namco's Harada, shout out to Harada, Dore, is talking about how Noctis came into how did he come into Tekken 7? And Harada actually talks about this, so we're going to go into his words. He says, collaborating with Final Fantasy wasn't a sudden or new idea, Harada revealed. Back in the early days of PS1, the Final Fantasy series had gone polygonal. Tongue-tied, sorry. And Tekken was just starting out as well. I think of both series as highly representative of that era of polygonal games. And the way that both of their stories developed did have a number of similarities. Several generations have passed for these two IPs, and they have gone down completely separate paths. So this was something Harada has always thought about. It's just, I believe he just didn't have it just wasn't the right time to do it. But it's nice to know that, people within the industry are looking at other games as well. If you want to hear more what Harada has to say, you can once again check the show notes, click on the link, and you can actually watch the Who Was Noctis trailer, where they explain everything. Like why Harada put Noctis in, why Final Fantasy, because most people really expected Noctis to be in Soul Calibur, to be honest. But hey, I'm glad he's in Tekken 7. Injustice got a new update. Update 1.17 and 1.18, which is now available to download if you haven't downloaded it already, where it preps the game for the Legendary Edition. For those that are unaware of the Legendary Edition, this is where the level cap has been increased from level 20 to level 30. You'll have new gear, new items, a better tutorial system, and of course new trophies with this update. So I would highly recommend for my Injustice 2 players, if you're looking for a reason to come back and play, this is it. Although the Ninja Turtles are there, so I'm surprised you're not playing already. But now if you want an extra incentive, now's the time. SNK! Yo, King of Fighters 14. If you have not known about this, the SNK had did a character design contest where people made, it was like a fan contest where people created a new character, and whoever had the best character would be included in this new DLC that was coming up. And we have the winner. And the character's name is Najd, who wears a traditional Saudi outfit called an abaya. I'm hoping I pronounced this right. If I didn't, I really do apologize. And Najd, she's actually a college student, a very powerful college student, by the way. Here's her official character bio. So Najd is a very quiet person dressed in an abaya, traditional Saudi garment, with extraordinary powers. At night, she puts on her abaya and turns into a vigilante to protect her fellow citizens. In contrast to her mysterious appearance, she is a college student during the day. Yo, so that's what's up, man. She's going to school in the morning, but a crime fighter at night. So I'm glad that they put her in. She looks really great, and can't wait to play her. So, King of Fighters 14. I believe the DLC should be coming out sometime in April, from what I've heard. Not too sure, but yo, man, it's another reason to lay some hands on some people when you play online. Street Fighter, the 30th Anniversary Collection. If you haven't heard, Capcom is releasing the 30th Anniversary Collection with years of nostalgia, all put into one proud fighting game. And I have to actually say this, because this is something that I could see Capcom doing, and I'm glad they wrote this. All of the titles will be available once you start the game. So yeah, you won't have to unlock anything or any characters. I know this is crazy, I have to say that, but it'll be coming out May 29th, 2018 to PS4. And one of the beautiful things about it, as I found out, is it supports DualShock 4 controllers and PS4 fight sticks. So fight sticks, yes. I love to play some Super Turbo on my fight stick. You can also pre-order the game if you like. And if you do pre-order the game right now, you'll receive a digital copy of Ultra Street Fighter 4, the complete Ultra Street Fighter 4 package, where you'll have everything. Like everything, from what I've heard, to complete the legacy. And if you're wondering how much the game costs, it'll be $39.99, and when you do get the digital copy, it'll be on your receipt after you purchase or at least pre-ordered the game. Yay, Street Fighter 4. I'm actually contemplating of doing that and then just returning the game. Broly and Bardock. For those that are watching this now, he will have been officially released. Of course, if I do upload this a little bit earlier, then he'll be released on March 28th. If you haven't seen the trailer, you're watching it now. There's not much I could really say, because I would like to try the characters for myself. But I know Android 16 is upset, because he's like, another Goku clone? What the hell, man? And I know Bardock is just like, Kakarot! Kakarot! So yeah, March 28th, you can play as Broly or Bardock. Really interested. I'm curious to try them. If you have your fighter pass, you'll have the characters for free, so you can just simply download them. I have not seen the official price, but I'm expecting these characters to at least be $4 or $5.99. But I think they'll be together, because there's supposed to be some weird bundle where you'll get additional music as well. So I'm not too sure. Maybe the characters will be separate or they will be together, but I think the characters will be together. Alright, so now that we got done with laying some hands, it's time to move on to the speculation station. Time to board, choo-choo. Let's see who's going to get on to the station so they can ride the train, the speculation train. But here's what I have. THQ Nordic, if you have not heard, them and Nintendo have announced a partnership. And through that partnership, they plan on reviving several games from the past 20 years. John Roman, Senior Vice President of Toys and Nintendo, says the appetite for Nintendo content, old and new, continues to grow, and it's exciting to bring our beloved content to new audiences through this partnership with THQ Nordic. Of course, THQ has not revealed any plans of which games they're looking to remaster or remake, but the Nintendo series has quite a bit of shows that they can bring back into video game 4. Of course, there's Avatar The Last Airbender, which the last one was kind of like, You got Danny Phantom, who I still believe is like, that's an amazing show. By the way, especially with Ghost. You have Invader Zim. Who in their right mind does not love Invader Zim? I still love that show. I wish they would continue it. I wish they would bring it back, but unfortunately, I don't know. Then you got Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron, of course, if you have not seen, I highly recommend watching. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. That show is ridiculous. I can definitely see THQ bringing that back and just like making a wild and crazy show. Or heck, you got the Ren and Stimpy show. You can put so much inappropriate stuff in that game. You can make it an M-rated game and people will buy it. Then of course you got the Wild Thornberries. I completely forgot about that. You got Rocket Power too, but you definitely have the Wild Thornberries. I feel like that's worth mentioning. And most important, you have SpongeBob SquarePants. Everybody loves SpongeBob, bro. Everyone loves SpongeBob. I've actually played this game a bit. Wow, it's kind of bad. So I'm hoping maybe THQ can spice this up and not make this for E for everyone. But yo, man, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. And by the way, it actually is made by THQ. So maybe they can make a better SpongeBob game. One that's actually playable. Yeah. Last but not least, for the speculation station. Yo, guess what? This one I'm actually really proud of. This one I'm like really excited for. Let me hype this one up. For my Thomas the Tank Engine fans, woo, Thomas. Guess what? There's a high probability that Thomas the Tank Engine will be in Tekken 7. And no, this is not a joke, but this is a very, very, very strong speculation. So, Tekken 7 director Harada basically commented on the rumors after an extremely credible Twitter post showed that the fighting game's fourth DLC character, would be Thomas the Tank Engine. As he popped up, Harada was actually forced to comment on the matter, and here's what he said. End quote. What the hell, remarked Harada in all caps on his Twitter. Yes, you can go to this man's Twitter right now. It's already leaked. I strongly blame our server security system or something. I wanted to announce them this year at EVO, but grrr. So there you go. Thomas the Tank Engine. There's a high probability he might be the fourth character. Although now they'll probably change it and they're just like, gotta make it somebody else. And for those that are wondering, well, how in the world can a freaking train fight in the world of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7? That makes no sense. Well, if you think about it, Thomas is a tank engine, and all you would have to do is just take the core aspects of Thomas and combine him with Jack 7. Then you can create an android who would just have the face of Thomas, and he would still have the steam coming out, and he could still fight. I'm just saying, they could technically just take Jack's design or Alyssa's design in Tekken and just make a train out of it, right? And for those that are wondering, like, putting Thomas a tank engine makes no sense. There are the same people who did not believe that Noctis or a Final Fantasy character, originally when the third DLC was speculated to be a Final Fantasy character, made no sense because they're like, well, why would that be in a fighting game like Tekken 7? That would be more in a Soul Calibur game, right? And then there were also people that were surprised when they're like, why would they put, Geese Howard in Tekken 7? That makes no sense. So I see the speculation station. I see Thomas on board, and the man's in front of the train all the time. So I cannot see Thomas not pulling this out of the station, not taking people out the station for speculation. So I think Thomas might be in it. I think he might just have like Jack 7's body with a Thomas the Tank Engine. And I can already see the story of like how one programmer there was just really in love with Thomas, and he worked with a bunch of people, and they made another Jack 7, but they just put Thomas the Tank Engine's head. And and I can see that the fight scene just be at the station. And then you got Sir Topham Hatt in the background controlling him, being like, Thomas, you better be whooping that ass, or I'm gonna shut you down. Yeah. Who knows though? I don't put anything past anything. So maybe we might see Thomas the Tank Engine in Tekken 7. We might see a new SpongeBob game being made where it's actually playable on the speculation station. And that is it for the news of this week for PlayStation. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for pressing that play button. Of course, if you have any other news and stuff that you feel like I did not mention, please comment at the bottom, post a link to that news, and I'll make sure to include it for future episodes. I know there's quite a few things that I probably have missed, but once again, if you let me know, it'll be added to the list. I have no problem doing that. But besides that, I'm out of here, and me and Thomas are out of here, so stay litted.